BTL episode 458 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs and Javon, presented by Pickett Sports. I'm here down in Dallas, Boots on Grounds, joined by my wonderful co-host, Javon. Goots is on grounds, and I'm here in the Judge jersey. Take a picture, chat. It'll last longer because I'm not wearing this thing all day. Okay, this is coming off at 2 p.m. Eastern as soon as this fucking stream is over. It burns my skin. It burns my skin. Had to be done. I got the fake jersey too to piss off the Yankee fans, okay? Because it has his name on it. There it is. That's all you're getting, okay? I can't believe what I'm mad about is that I got complacent. He didn't hit nukes. He started out slow. Maybe the juice baseballs haven't been cracked out yet. I don't know, okay? I say I'll buy the jersey, getting cocky, fat, happy, and complacent, if you will, just like Bradley Beal on the Suns. And immediately 3 nukes are hit right off the rip. In the next 5 games, Aaron Judge is back. Maybe words do have meaning. Maybe words do have powers. I don't know. But this is a bad historical day for Behind the Lines, a bad day for Krabs. Rocking this jersey up here. Javon, hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. Had a good time at the Reds game with you yesterday.
Of course. Would wish the game went probably another way. See some Tonsils dubs in person, but can't ask for too much.
This just doesn't feel right, man.
It doesn't.
Doesn't feel right. No. All right, chat. We're going to do the best we can today with the circumstances. It is what it is. We got to still, find some winners. But shit, man, I got to stand up here like an absolute idiot wearing this fucking pinstripes jersey. I just don't get it. I don't even like the pinstripes. It doesn't feel right. Doesn't look good. I didn't know they had these squiggly lines going up close. That's stupid. I thought they were just straight lines. I don't really know what's going on with that. Right. I buy this as soon as the MLB announces they're going to change the jerseys back to when they were good as well. So not like I'm keeping this puppy anyways. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to throw it out or use it as a, cum rag or maybe extra toilet paper if I run out of rolls. But yeah, funny to hear the MLB changing the jerseys around, within a week of copping this piece of shit right here. I probably had something to do with that as well.
Just might have.
Yeah.
You could have been the difference. Rob Manfred saw you finally cop a Judge jersey and they said, you know what? Something's wrong. We got to make something different. We got to make a change.
Unbelievable. There he is, Aaron Judge from Get Busy Dizzy. Hope you guys are doing well. Goots, let me know if we get any sub bangs. Actually, I can probably pull it up as well. Happy to. I can pull it up as well. Chat, let's have a day today. All right, we're down here till Thursday. Heading back after BTL Thursday. All right, we've got 4 days in-person BTL. Make sure you're here. Make sure you're telling your friends. Tell your Mimo. Tell your peepaw. Send the link out. All right, subscribe to the YouTube. Make yourself useful. Do your jobs. Okay, don't be sitting there like Bradley Beal on the bench with no teammates talking to you because you're a useless sack of shit out there on the courts. Do your jobs in chat. Send a link to your buddies. Say, yo, Krabs wearing a Judge jersey right now. Check this shit out. That's heinous. Okay, feel free to send the link. Subscribe to the YouTube. All right, we're gonna have a fucking week. I'm excited. Goots. Let's go over the Moose shit recap from Friday. Can we? Squad ride out. Yankees. Sure, I fucking bet. And then Aaron Judge hits a home run in the game before and after that one, like a fucking Aaron Judge Moose shit sandwich.
Yeah, not just him. The whole offense for the Yankees was literally, you had 9 Barry Bonds on Saturday and Sunday. Got position players in both games, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I bet. And then Michael Tonkin pitching the 10th and 11th on Friday. I mean, that's borderline tanking. That was actually Aaron Boone disaster class. He should be put in the home for that. That was piss.
I mean, the worst part of it was they cheated even getting that spot with Aaron Judge fucking, or that might have been yesterday, but sliding and getting in the way.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
They let him get away with it like he's some sort of, criminal. He's just allowed to do that. That's illegal. You're not allowed to put your fucking hand up and block the ball on purpose. What are we doing? Yeah, no one else gets away with that shit. No one else does. Funny. All right? They're going to put the fucking whistles away because they need to get the Yankees in the playoffs to do something for the first time in 15 years. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It is what it is. Chat, hope you guys are doing well today. Obviously, the vibes are interesting on this Monday afternoon. We do have Surge Stream right after. Trent is back from Belize. If you missed his Yap report this morning, go check it out. He lost so many fucking units. He had probably the worst beat I have ever seen.
I mean, while we're talking about that and the sharp reports on the board, can we talk about how surgical your first 5 under in that game was?
Sure.
Because that you avoided the, I don't know, tailing or riding with the worst beat probably in the history of baseball with Trent by going first 5.
And you know what? I was not feeling great when I saw Trent put out that 5U whale on that under. I'll be honest with you. Did not feel good. But our two gentlemen up there on the bump did their jobs. Okay. They came through with their strikeout combo square as well. Shout out Lugo. Shout out Olsen. They did their jobs. All right. And then the worst beat of the MLB season, Trent gives up, they give up 9 runs in the top of the 9th. Absolute cake. Hilarious.
Ratchet.
You can't script a worse beat than that. With that, paired with the fucking Nashville Preds last night, who, by the way, I was on, you can't ask for 2 worse beats. They don't exist.
Can't.
Sheesh.
Can't. Feel for Preds bettors on yesterday's game. Not on Friday, though. If you bet the Preds on Friday, rat shit bet, you need to reevaluate betting because the Nucks were free.
Yep.
But last night, horrendous beat.
Javon, comments on the Rays City Connects.
Pretty fire. I would love if they had a white font so you could see the numbers a little better because I don't like how they do that in the regular dark blue jerseys. But yeah, they're pretty fire. They got me excited. I like the logos. I'm going to be copping one very soon.
Sure.
Crazy little picture from Yandy there, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get a jersey. Kind of sus. I'm gonna have to get the jersey though because the only Rays jersey I own right now is a number 5 jersey. So I need to. I've been waiting for this for a minute.
Who you better get?
I don't know. I got to be super careful. I've never had like many Rays jerseys because I can't because I know the people on the jerseys are going to be gone. So it's probably got to be Yandy or Randy, and Randy's hitting negative batting average right now. So it's probably got to be Yandy. Not that he's much better.
Okay. You could always go old school and get the blank jersey on the back.
It feels soft.
Yeah, it
feels
does.
soft.
I mean, it looks like you don't have a clue.
It looks like you're just. It looks like you're just there to be there. You know.
Everyone's got a buddy who's got that jersey with no name on the back, no numbers, and you know that guy's just not locked into the board. He's just happy to be there and he's enjoying some beers at the game. He doesn't give a fuck about the team.
Yeah.
There's no clue. You can't be that guy.
Yeah.
I'm with you. That was a test.
It was. You know, I got to lock in. I got to find my guy, which is tough to do with the Rays right now. But while we're talking about that too, everybody's bitching how they got swept by the White Sox. Moose Piss series, don't get me wrong. But 2021, the year after they went to the COVID World Series, they set the franchise record for wins with 100, I think. Through 29 games, they had the same exact record as they do now.
Huh.
So I would pause a little bit, especially since they have, I think, more than half of the lineup coming up for reinforcements in the next week, 2 weeks. So be patient.
Okay.
It's coming soon.
All right. Don't give up. Don't never give up. Chat, we got some sub bangs. Depressed Lions fan coming in hot 4 minutes ago with a 12-month sub bang. Happy 1 year. Appreciate you, my man. You're a beast. We got T Crizzy Bets coming in hot, resubbing for 3 months. Dog Water Wager. Great name. Great execution. 5-month sub bang. Z Brown Lee coming in during the morning after, dropping a resub. Love to see that. Showing up early, showing up often, supporting Mikey, grinding through the show today. If you guys missed TMA early this morning, you want to hear him laying into Bradley Beal. You want to hear him laying into fucking all his shit wagers from the weekend they'll end up losing. Go check it out on the YouTubes. Okay, it's up there. You can go back and always rewatch any of the live shows we've got going on right over here at the Bookit Sports Network. Okay, people forget about it.
People
They
do.
sleep. Goots, king of the board recap. Sure. Looks like Javon edged me out in a terrible week. Absolutely terrible week. Holy smokes. Gosh, I ended up with 2 wins the last day, and it didn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Huh.
The Canucks money line was your last play.
Mm-hmm.
And then Imanga just put Javon over the edge.
Who TV saying spin that wheel, fellas?
Yeah, for double negatives for the winner, you got to do it. Has to be done.
I fucking hate that wheel. It's a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Nobody's talking about it enough. What else we got? Any other W recaps we have today?
Well, we got to do the Ping More giveaway.
Sure.
Oh, that too.
Can you pick a winner? And I believe I still need to catch up. If I was DMing one of the guys from last week who still needs his coins, do not fret. I will go over that tonight. I will write down the names. I will hit up our guy. We'll get that figured out today. All right. But yeah, Goots, go ahead and feel free. Pick a milk emoji. Whoa. Pick a milk emoji, will you? Looks like Ron is in chat. Ron, hope you're doing well. Krabs, I played poker on Saturday with your old roommate, Dan Jansen. No fucking way, Ron. No way.
Cool, 2 wavy.
That is hysterical, Ron. Yeah, that's my guy. It's my pledge, bro. Hysterical.
That's funny.
Did you steal his coins, Ron? That's hilarious, bro. Where were you at, dude? Up in New York or Jersey or something? One of those casinos? Very cool.
Unreal.
Small worlds. Hilarious. Sure, Ron. All right. Gates, feel free to give away some coins.
Cold too wavy.
Cold 2 Wavy.
Yes.
W Milk.
Cold 2 Wavy. If you're watching, show yourself. Hand up in chat. All right. I want to see it. DM us your email associated with your prize picks. We will get you some free promo coins. All right. W's.
So you cold.
W's. I'm taking my crown back this week in person, boots on ground, in Javon's face. It'll be done. I'm taking back my fucking trophy. Okay. I'm not letting that stand down here in person.
Yeah, in person. You can't let me pull 2 upsets in a row.
I'm getting it back before I leave, too. I'm not even counting Friday for me. I got to get them all in by Thursday.
Wow.
4 in 1 week will be submitted by Thursday. Okay. W's. Dan Jensen. All right. I missed that comment. That's okay. Sweats tonight. I don't know. TBD, Alex. TBD. I think we're meeting after this. We're going to talk about it. What else, chat? Any other moose shit bets from the weekend you want to talk about or bitch about? Get it out of the way. I know I have something to bitch about before we get to the wager wheel here. It involves an old friend. Goots, we got a minute?
We got a minute.
Run that shit. Picture this. You are the star of an organization in the NBA. You are the 0.001% top of the world at your sport, at what you do. You are rich. You are compensated for it. You are treated like a king. You can do no wrong. And although the team for years, under Bradley Beal's leadership, under his ability, him being the guy, him being potentially, a fringe star in this league, he did nothing. And he didn't give a fuck about it. Not for 7 years. Not one hoot. Zero given. Bradley Beal has never given a shit. Bradley Beal is an excuse guy. Bradley Beal has never taken accountability for his actions. Bradley Beal was treated like the divorced kid in Washington. He was given whatever he wanted. He could do no wrong. He did wrong. And he was told, oh, you're good. You're Bradley Beal. You can get away with it. Well, it turns out that's kind of stuck with him a little bit. It's bit him in the ass. And I'm just happy that the rest of the world gets to see how much of a moose shit player, leader, person Bradley Beal is. He is a low-quality NBA player. He is not a winner. He doesn't take accountability. He whines, he bitches, and all you have to see to know that that's true, take a look at the bench when he's about to grab pine. He pushes his coach hands away like he's, getting benched for the first time in his career, like he's 5 years old. He grabs bench. He puts the towel over his head like a little baby, and no one on the bench talks to him. Not a single teammate comes over to him. They leave him alone. Nobody wants to fucking talk to him. They're done with Bradley Beal shit. I've been done with Bradley Beal shit for almost a decade. And you know what? We made that trade. I celebrated. I told you guys a year ago that this was going to happen on this show. I said he is going to stink. The Suns are going to be worse off bringing in a star like Bradley Beal. Look what happens. He is a cancer to his team. He is not a winner. You couldn't put a worse mindset for an athlete in someone's brain than what Bradley Beal currently has. Look at this bozo up here. He is a loser. I've been telling you this for years, and I'm just happy people finally get to see it. Javon, any comments on Bradley Beal's moose shit performance last night, losing them the game?
I mean, back against the wall, elimination game. Obviously, the series is over pretty much before the game, but that was one of the most embarrassing performances I think I've seen from a star in this league. That was just, it was terrible. He got into foul trouble. He was getting cooked on defense. Terrible shot selection. I don't even know what he ended up shooting, but I know he was 2 for 10 at one point. There's just everything horrendous. I mean, big three and whatever they want to call it in Phoenix. I mean, that just was one of the worst ones I think we've seen put together in the last couple of years.
If you want to know the type of player Bradley Beal is, the end of that game, turnover after turnover after turnover, the lights are too bright. He tries to do too much. He freaks out. Just watch him. He looks unnatural out there. He looks like he's forcing it. He's not a fucking winner. He doesn't know what to do. He's never done right in these spots. Ever. Ever. That's why when he was hurt or out, The Wizards would play better. They would win more games without him. That's why when he joins the Suns with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker making the greatest three-piece pretty much out there in all the lands, okay? Those are three great players. They got worse because of that guy right there. He sucks. What a joke.
Moose.
What a joke. Turnover after turnover, and then he goes back on defense and doesn't cover a parked car. He can't cover anyone, giving up wide open threes like he doesn't give a shit. He is the epitome of what you don't want to be or idolize as a kid growing up trying to make the league. Do the exact opposite of this gentleman, and you'll be okay.
You know what I gotta say too? As terrible as Bradley Beal was in that game, you know who else sneakily just looked like they didn't want to be out there in the fourth quarter?
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant. So I mean, I don't know what his plan is going into the offseason. That team is going to get broken up. He's probably gone. I don't know where he's going to go. Devin Booker, rumors that he wants out now, but KD might have to hang him up. Even though he had a really good game for a majority of it, scoring was great. At the end when it mattered, he was ghost as much as anybody else. Devin Booker was the only one who looked like he gave a shit in crunch time on that floor.
Rumors swirling that we might sign.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I mean, something's got to happen. He might have to be up here with Krabs and Mike.
I mean, I'll tell you what. I'll guarantee you this. I'll bet my left nuts that big three is not running it back next year.
No,
Zero chance.
It might be a big zero.
Zero
They might
chance.
all be gone.
If I was the GM, I would want to blow that team up, reset. You don't want those guys on your team. They're not winners. They're losers. And Kevin Durant, at some point, you got to stop making excuses and look yourself in a fucking mirror. You've been on 10 different great teams. The only one that came through was when you had Steph Curry, the guy.
You know what? I do have to say too. All the talk about, because I'm a Heat fan, so I've seen all the fucking excuses about how LeBron's only won with a big three. The Heat have only won with a big three past the first championship with D-Wade. When's the last time big threes worked?
It doesn't really work.
Other than the Heat and other than the Warriors with KD for one season. It doesn't work. We might have to start having that conversation that big threes equal straight moose shit in the NBA. And everybody trying to do that every single season, you might as well hang it up.
Yep. What world do you have to live in to play like moose shit in the season, play like moose shit in the playoffs? You got one more chance to salvage your season or, your reputation in the Phoenix, spotlight, I guess, out there as Bradley Beal. How dumb do you have to be? What world do you have to live in, a fantasy land, to drop a quote like this the day of Game 4? I mean, talk about worst quotes of the fucking decade. This has got to be up there, and I'm not even talking sports. Bradley Beal, you are living in a fantasy land that is going to come crumbling down this offseason, and I am just stoked that everyone else gets to finally realize how much of a shit player he is. Shit player. Shit teammate. Shit team.
Yeah.
Suns stink. If you couldn't tell that I had snake units on the Suns last night, you don't know me. An abomination. That team is an embarrassment to basketball. An embarrassment. Okay. Let's move on. That's enough bitching about Bradley Beal. God, you guys acted like I had 100 eyeballs when I came on here a year ago and told you guys what he was going to do to this team. It played out exactly like we talked about. Bradley Beal is a loser. Let's move. All right. Goods, I think we got to spin that damn wheel.
Well, we got to change out KBO well.
Yeah, we still got that. Still got that loading with a slate this week.
Yeah, scraps.
We'll sweat out a KBO well this week. Okay. Cannot force a KBO Megalodon, but it'll be out before I leave Texas this week. All right, guys. We could take that off. We'll put something new on. What's something we could do down here?
Well, the 999 challenge is not on there. Put that on there.
I don't know if he wants to do the 999 challenge. We're not going on dollar dog night, so it kind of fucks it. That would be prime 999.
To be honest, dude, even if I did it, I wouldn't get the dollar dogs. Like those
Aren't they the
dollar
same
dogs,
though?
those dollar dogs were green. They might as well be called green dogs. They were green. They were green. Wear the jersey for the rest of the week. We don't want to do that.
That's work for you.
I'm good. Let's do the 999 challenge. That shit's not going to hit, right? No way that hits before we go to the game. Let's put that in there.
Here we go.
You ready?
Let's put that in there. Yeah, go ahead. Wait, hold on.
All right.
Who's going? Is it me?
Might be you.
Okay.
I mean, judging by the sharp report recap, Javon was 4-1. You were 2-3. We missed a squad ride, so.
All right, I'll take accountability. Let me get a spin. I can't see it, so.
Oh Lord, you did that one to yourself, Grabs.
I might have to. What's it called when you say no after you have to do something? What is that called? I might have to
Be a pussy.
call my lawyer, maybe.
Oh,
No, what do I have to do? I'm taking that to court. What's the terminology, chat?
take it to VAR. It's under review.
Yeah.
You're telling me we just put that in there, Goots.
Yep, I'm telling you.
You typed it in right in front of me, and then it lands right on that spin right in front of me, and you had nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
What the fuck,
Not the
dudes?
slightest bit.
Can you refresh the chats?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, mate.
Veto.
Veto. Yeah, there we go. Veto. Presidential veto.
Yeah, I might have to. What's it called when the arbitration? I might have to take that to arbitration.
How about this, Grabs? How about we set if you deliver a donkey 2-piece for tonight, a Mega Max on Prize Pigs, you get to veto and respin.
No, I'm not a quitter. I'm not a cheater.
Or-
I love the support. I love the ideas.
I'm just
Or-
throwing shit at the wall.
We can just switch it to you guys bring clubs to the game.
Nope.
Pause mitt.
Pause.
Paul's mid is not even in the state because I forgot Paul's mid.
Oh, we can go get pause mitt.
You got a lefty Paul?
I mean, yeah, we can go get a lefty
Lefty.
paw.
You got a
yeah.
lefty Paul or lefty
A
Mo?
lefty paw. I mean, I don't got one, but we can go to Dick's or something.
Chiote, this is
pick one
fucking
up.
beat, dude. Chiote, man, help me out. This is cake.
What if you get the boomstick instead of the 999 crabs?
What if we do? How many boomsticks can I eat at a game?
I mean, you're not even eating one. I think the boomstick challenge fits better than 999 since we're in Texas. You got to get the boomstick.
Fuck.
Goots, if you could look up try and find the boomstick at Ranger Stadium for people who don't know what it is and put it on the screen.
Chad, I mean, you can't script it. I told you guys, Nick was recording me earlier when I was pitching, putting this jersey on the Bookit socials. It's just going to be a moose shit that. Moose shit that.
Yeah, I feel like the boomstick is a suitable replacement because it's the same thing, just a 3-foot hot dog with a bunch of
3
shit on
foot.
it. I think it's like 2 and change.
Jesus Christ. Chat, man, this is some bullshit. We got PP Gurus coming in hot. Nothing like celebrating a birthday with the Bookit squad in chat. Here's to
Hey.
30 years.
Happy
PP
birthday,
Gurus.
Guru.
Happy 30, bro. Happy 30 piece. It's also our guy Nick's birthday today as well.
Burger now?
Shout out Nick Yale, our head of content. It's his birthday too today. Can we get some W's going for Nick, some W's going for PP Gurus in the chat today? Two goats in the community. The broomstick burger. I mean that.
Well, see, they have a dog. I think the boomstick burger is the new one, but they have a dog. It has like all the pretty much the same shit on it, but
We
it's a
have the
dog.
Triple play too, which is nachos, a hot dog, and it looks like a sub.
Yeah, fuck that. We just got to go boomstick
Here's the deal.
dog.
Here's the deal. I will try the 999 challenge again. I will try the challenge again. I'm not in my peak eating shape. Okay. Back in my day, I told Javon I used to get 2 things at Chipotle and they'd be gone in 20 minutes. Right. I was an absolute freak.
That's crazy.
I was a freak.
I am.
A couple years ago, I was the first person ever to do a 10-10-10 challenge. No one else will ever do it. No one else has ever tried. I was the only person to accomplish it, and I have receipts. It happened. 10 dogs, 10 beers, 10 innings, and extras at Nats Park a couple years ago. Now, the issue is here, I'm not really in that peak physical eating form these days. And I really just don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. Now, I will try. I owe it to you guys. You better go fucking subscribe to the YouTube. You better go fucking watch the Bookit Combine video and drop some comments and drop a like on that because this is going to suck.
You know, it would suck. Even
This is going to suck.
worse. Imagine you're sitting there 8th inning, almost yakking on dog number 8, and you look up and the Nationals are down 10-2.
Yeah, that would suck, but good thing they're road warriors. They're scrappy and they fucking win games and they turn into the fucking Hulk on the road and they beat all the best teams. And the better teams they play, the better they do against them. They don't make any sense.
Sneakily.
I will enter my Joey. Yep. I will channel my inner Joey. Already making excuses. Lock the fuck in, bro. King Dre, you go grab 9 dogs, 9 beers, 9 innings, bro. See how it goes. See how it goes. It's moose shit. It's moose shit. God. Dude, this was a setup.
And you got to get a Dane Dunn jersey as well.
I do have to get a Dane Dunn jersey because for some reason they don't have their Aces jersey just ready to fucking buy. I was like, take my fucking money. And they said, no, we're not taking your money.
So soft.
I said, this is the dumbest thing ever. I thought this was America. Take my money. Holy smokes. All right. I will try the 999 challenge on Tuesday. That is absolute donkey meat.
Oh, shit.
Elk shit, dude. Literally elk shit.
Shit. All right. Chat. Well, that's absolute piss and ruin my day today. That's just the type of day the Aaron Judge jersey day is going to produce. I told you guys it's going to be a bad day. It's going to be one of them. And it's all we can do is just fight through.
People want Javon spin.
What do I got to spin for?
I don't know. Yankees, flat ride.
That was the only loss on my card, though. And I kind of did win the king of the board, even though it was with moose shit.
Think you're safe.
I feel like I escaped that one.
Think you're safe. All right. Great chat. You guys better tune into that shit tomorrow, actually. We've got this gentleman right here on the bump tomorrow. If anybody sees odds for that game, please feel free to shout them out. Let me know if they pop up. I would love to know. I believe it's John Gray versus my guy, Mackenzie Gore. Damn, chat's pissed you're not spinning it.
Really are, bitch.
9 out of 10 doctors
Can't
do
just
not
spin them
recommend the
every day.
999 challenge. That is definitely true. It definitely takes off probably 2 weeks of your life. Straight up. Has to.
Chad has agreed that if you bring your glove, you can escape the 999.
I'm not. I'd rather do the challenge.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That is actually insane.
I'd rather do the 999 challenge than bring a glove to a game.
Crap, bro.
I mean, look, guys, we're at the game yesterday. We're seeing grown men with gloves on their hands like they're playing in the game themselves. And the ball's being hit to them, and they are dropping it. And I'm looking at them, and I'm getting angry. And I'm thinking, you're not a man. You're a little boy trapped in a man's body. You can't make a catch. You got a fucking glove on. You're at a baseball game. You're a fan of the sport. Did you play?
I was actually crying because me and Trout were sitting a row or a couple rows in front of everybody else. The guys right next to us, one of them had the full fucking Reds bed fit on, which was crazy in the first place. I think Trent has a picture of that. I'm going to have to probably get that up so that people can see it. But the guy right next to him, full glove, wristbands up the arm, and we were sitting like 2 rows from the net. So like there was probably no possible way for a foul ball to even get to us in the first place. And he's
Correct.
gloved up.
Yep.
Literally gloved up.
It's like they just want the glove on.
It's just, I don't know.
Join a men's league.
It's crazy.
Coach your son's team or daughter's team.
I mean, the P-Balls and Meemaws just could not make a play yesterday.
Literally couldn't.
If you're wearing a glove at a game and you don't make the play, fuck you. Straight up. Fuck you.
Insane, bro.
Don't be that guy. And then on the other end, you make a play with your bare hands. Everyone's around looking at you like they want to be you.
It's facts. It's the most
That
badass
is
thing
a
ever.
cold, hard fact. You see somebody snag a ball barehanded. Maybe they have some nachos or a beer in their other hand. They're making a fucking play real quick.
The baby in
That guy, that's his fucking park now. Change the name. Okay? That is who I want to be. That is who I fucking, that's my goal, right? I will be that guy one day. I will make a play one day with my bare hand like a grown-up. And I'll tell you what, if I ever see Zach Hampel in person, I will go up to him and talk shit. And I will get thrown out of the game. This dude was apparently getting people ejected from the game because he was getting chirped so hard at Camden Yards. Yeah, he is my arch nemesis. You guys know me well. You know the Aaron Judge thing is mainly a bit, right? Honestly, Aaron Judge is not one of the worst Yankees who's played on that team, not one of the biggest douchebags, not a typical Yankee. But I'm still going to go with the bits, and I've got to hate him. He's the captain. He's got the C on his jersey. That's what he signed up for. Zach Hampel, I genuinely hate his guts. I think this guy's the worst.
Yeah.
I think he needs to be locked up. What he's doing, man. Unbelievable. All right. The wheel's done. We got a sharp report to get to. We got to talk some winners. Has to be done. Javon, I'll get it started off here. Let me give you guys a quick breakdown of how I bet this Nats series. Faded in the first 2 games. My Nats, faded them. Lost coins. Okay? Nats come through the first 2 games. Yesterday, I say, you know what? I'm not going to fade them. I'm not fading them. I can't do it. Because when I do, they're going to come through and win. I'm going to be a moose shit. So I stayed off the game. What happens in the first inning? Patrick Corbin happens. Jazz Chisholm grand slam. Unbelievable. I'm thinking, wow, I should have fucking taken it. And then Nick Senzel turns into literally Pete Alonso and hits 2 nicks in that game. They come back. Insane. Now we're here. The Nats have won the first 3 games of the series, and the Marlins are still favorites on the bump against Jake Irvin, who has been good this season, but not in his last start, man. It looked like he fucking took a step back. I'll be honest with you. He was all over the place. That was by far his worst start of the season. I'm a little bit worried to see what he's got in the tank today. Maybe that has something to do with the Marlins being favorites again. I don't know what's good with that. How does the books make them a favorite after 3 straight losses to the Nats? I don't fucking know. I'm willing to find out. I'm going to isolate the first 5, go Nats. Javon pointed out the Marlins have a weird to score first prop up there on the book.
Yeah, so there's only been maybe 1 or 2 of these that I've seen so far, which, to remind everybody, criteria for this is probably like 150, minus 150 or less favorite, and you're favored to score the first run. I play it every time, and it seems to hit a lot more than it doesn't. And guess who's favored to give up the first earned run today? Jake Irvin is. So I'm taking it. It's mandatory. And that's great for the first 5 bet.
It is.
Could be.
It is. Not that the Nats bullpen and Marlins bullpens are good, and I even really want to worry about either one of the 2. But this is really just isolating and betting Rogers against the Nats because his prize pick squares look like he's going to have a pretty good day today. His fantasy score is high. His pitching outs is high. Jake Irvin really took a step back in that last start. Scared me after a great start to the year. I think he might be on the downswing a little bit here. And I think the Marlins, after getting smacked yesterday in that comeback, might show some heart for the first time this season, come out of the gates with some effort. Maybe Jazz Chisholm actually locks in here. And, after a grand slam, the Marlins find a way to actually pull through and take a lead here through 5. But I'm not banking on them to win the full game. I'm good on that. Get in, get out, minus a half first 5 at plus 100. And I also don't want to lay the Marlins minus 140, full game anyways. The Marlins should never be laid minus 140. I've learned that this series too. Let's isolate the first 5. Get in, get out, quick. Fading Irvin. His prize pick squares look like he's going to get rocked. And backing our guy Rogers here, who looks like he's going to have a pretty good start today.
Yeah, if you're ever back in the Marlins, first 5, even though I guess yesterday's collapse was in the 5th inning. So, it wouldn't have made a difference there, but they just find ways to lose games, man.
Yeah.
Find ways. It's incredible.
It's embarrassing. But I think after that embarrassing loss yesterday, like they're humans, right? They're people too. They're going to come with a little bit of fire today. That's embarrassing, right? Last game of the series at home here. Maybe they strike back and do something for the first time in 4 games. Holy smokes.
Sure.
Show some heart, please. Javon, what do you got?
Yeah, speaking of heart, I'm taking the Heat today. Plus the
Wow.
points. And I think this is going to be a close game. And I'll tell you, just like Spoelsters are great. Not the best in-game adjustments type coach, but he is prior to a game or in between games, which is why from game 1 to game 2, made great adjustments. But then the Celtics did exactly what they didn't want them to do in game 3. They didn't have an answer for it. Now they will. So I'll tell you exactly what happened and what's going to happen in game 3. The reason they got blown out, first of all, great shot making from the Celtics on offense. Tatum was ridiculous, made some crazy shots. Porzingis too, was Curry a couple of times and shot over. Had a couple really good matchups, but made some ridiculous shots. So offensively, I think that's going to taper off a little bit. But on defense, they made life tough for the Heat. They closed out a lot more than they did in game 2. So the open threes were not necessarily there, even though the Heat did have some that they didn't make too. But they pressured the ball. They didn't let the Heat get in their screens as usual. At least when they're doing them like from the top of the key. So now the answer to that, A, is going to be 1, run in transition, which I saw Ahan talk about this too because he's on Cable Martin, and I think he's 100% right. They're going to run in transition so the defense can't get set up. It's going to be a little more free-flowing offense. They're going to work to get to the free throw line. And then 2, they're going to bring the screens a little higher, which is going to be easier action to get Bam to roll to the rim. So like both of those I think are going to work pretty good for them in this game. And it's going to be a close game. I still think the Celtics probably edge this one out, but I think it's going to go right down to the wire in Boston today. So taking the points.
Any comments from our guy, Nicky Gamble, saying unless the Heat shoot from close to 60% from three, they probably get blown out again. Only reason why they beat the Celtics game 2.
It's not like we said this the entire Heat run last year. Said they're never going to keep shooting like this, and they did for the entire run. But the reason they did that in game 2 is because that was the game plan. The game plan was for them to shoot 1,000,000 threes. So it wasn't an accident. They did that, and then they made sure the Celtics didn't shoot from three themselves. So I don't think they're going to rely on that nearly as much in this game because, like I said, transition and Bam from the high pick and roll rolling to the rim is going to be pretty big, but they're going to be fine. It's the only reason they got blown out in game 3 too is because they shot terribly. So you can say the same thing.
Okay. All right. I also like the Heat tonight. Love back in Spoelstra in spots like this. Who the heck wants to bet him in this spot after they win game 2, game 3? No dice. Everyone's going to be off the Heat, right? Season's over. It's the Celtics, by far the shortest odds to win the championship. I think Miami might have one more in them. They hang around. They keep it within 10.
Yeah, it'll be close.
Okay. We'll take it back to the ice. An old friend, Dallas Stars. Oh, originally an enemy, but, after the last game, I guess you could call them a friend.
Yeah.
The Dallas Stars. Giovanna, I've come aboard here. It's not going to be a Megalodon whale. This will be a one-unit play for me, but the Stars up to -125 after opening up -115 once again after winning game 3 on the roads. This series has given me Nats Astros 2019 World Series vibes. Maybe there's too much pressure on both these organizations. I don't know. It's good. Vegas, I feel like, should have no pressure. They've done enough in years past. Dallas, this is what they do in big moments, right? I've heard people bitch about it. I've seen it on my feed for years. Chase Breedlove, the GOAT, he's been bitching about the Stars in big spots for years, right? They don't come through. They don't respect coins. When the lights are bright, they go ghost modes. Well, they showed up in game 3 when they were randomly favorites in Vegas, who has maybe the most significant home court advantage, home ice advantage in all of hockey. You could make that argument. And they were favorites there on the road after going down 0-2. They come through barely. I didn't love when it opened up exactly at -115, but just seeing them open up a favorite once again on the roads, I got to double dip. I got to go back. And now seeing them get steamed up 10 cents, I'm in. I could buy into this. The Stars win their second road game in this series. They even it up. Who knows what the heck happens from then on, but I do think the Stars have one more in them. If they can replicate how they looked in the first period of game 3, they will win this game with ease. And then they forgot how to play hockey, and they hung on. They somehow secured the win. They got lucky, kind of. Their star player showed up. I think it's going to be a team effort overall from Dallas, and them laying -125 on the road in Vegas is hysterical.
Yeah, that's a crazy line.
Hysterical.
The VGK plus Chicky to not lose back-to-back games at home looks like probably the easiest play you could take today across any sport. So probably going to get involved with you. Screams Preds in game. What was that? Game 2, game 3, whatever the fucking one was on Friday.
Yeah, the Preds can leave me from the back too after yesterday. That was absurd.
Yeah.
Absolutely absurd. Yeah, giving up a goal with 5 seconds left, I bet. Guaranteed they lose an OT after that.
Dragathon says no series has gone 2-2. Ain't starting with the ratchet Stars. It's almost like this is the series that had the closest odds. Like it's the most competitive series. It's pretty shocking if you think about it, right? Not really.
No, dude, Dragathon nuts. He knows better than you, bro.
Yeah, he does.
Come on.
He does.
He knows better than you, man. He's smarter. Come on. Never thought I'd see the day where Krabs is wearing a Yankees jersey. Yeah. Your boy John. Don't get used to it, my man. All right? It's a one-day thing. Really hope the gambling gods give me one today. Could really use an easy one. Could really use one. Could really use a pick-me-up. All right. Let's keep moving to Graven here. Javon, take me back to the Diamonds. What do you like about the under in St. Louis and Detroit?
Yes, who's pitching today in this game?
Steven Matz.
And everybody's favorite turkey tosser, Kenta Maeda.
Sure.
So it's a somewhat of a scary under to take. I think Steven Matz gave up 7 in his last start too. So on paper, it looks like even though the Tigers and Cards are involved, which are not two great offenses, it looks pretty easy to go there and take the over. And I'm not just taking it to be contrarian, but when I watched Kenta Maeda, yes, a little raised tax in that start, but his stuff looked a little different. And he's going to be throwing a lot of off speed. That's kind of what he does. Splitter is 35% of his pitch arsenal. He only throws the fastball like a quarter of the time. So for teams that really are much better fastball hitting teams like the Rays are and the Cardinals are today too, I think you can find a lot of success. So not only are the Cardinals like not the best off-speed hitting team, but they hit the ball not very hard, and they only find success against guys that are going to let that happen. So Kenta Maeda is going to do exactly that. A lot of off-speed, a lot of kind of peppering around the zone. He gives up a good amount of turkeys, or at least he did earlier in the season, but starting to taper off like a little bit. So I think the matchup against the Cardinals is the perfect one to do that, especially at home. And then on the other side, Steven Matz, he kind of peppers his way around the zone too. A lot of soft contact when he has the right matchup, and the Tigers have been kind of that same thing too. So like on both sides, I think the pitchers match up pretty well, despite what you'd see on the surface level about them. And this is going to be just a classic gross game that spawns with two master classes. And when you get to the back end, Tigers and Cards bullpens have actually been really good to start the season. So love to lean on that. I think we're getting an under.
Not worried about the total moving and grooving up?
No, I mean, if it didn't, which truthfully, it probably should have moved up more, but if it didn't, with Steven Matz coming off 7 earned and Kenta Maeda.
Sorry, guys.
I don't know if you've seen the couple of the comments in the chat, but Kenta Maeda might be worse than Prime Patrick Corbin, according to what I'm seeing today.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way he's been fucking pitching. He's been atrocious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you care more about that low opener even than that movement up.
The fact that it opened at 8 is pretty interesting too, but I think this is just one of those sleepwalk games for both offenses, and not much that's hit hard really either way.
All right. I like the play. Don't love the play just because the move, but I think you're right. I think that opener matters more than the move. Okay.
Yeah.
You should wipe your ass with that jersey after stream today, Krabs. Not a bad idea, nasty.
You ain't got to tell them twice.
I've heard worse. Okay. Ladolo lean. We will get to it, my man. Don't you worry. We'll power through this sharp report. Hold those questions, folks. Hold. All right. Happy to go over whatever. We will have time for the MLB slate today. Don't you worry. All right, boys. Go over every game. Let me take you to Arizona. Let's stay on the Diamonds. Rumor has it you like this play as well. That makes me happy. Look, Arizona against the Dodgers. For some reason, this Arizona team, they play with a chip on their shoulder against the Dodgers. It's probably because, they've been their little brother for decades. But this Arizona team, they show heart and they play well against LA. They really do. I don't know what it is, but they've had their number in recent years with worse teams. And today they're going against Paxton, who's got that crazy, sub-3 ERA. Who expected it? He's pretty much keeping their season alive, eating up these innings while their starters are hurt. Unbelievable start to the year for Paxton. But is that going to last? Probably not tonight against a left-handed mashing lineup in the D-backs who really has not gotten going so far this season. But with that total at 10, they're getting going today. All right, odds makers aren't fucking stupid. If Paxton was doing his thing today, that total would not be at 10. All right, Henry, plus 110 against the Dodgers. That's all you have to know right there. All right, you should see that and immediately lock in them for a unit. But to be honest with you, man, I kind of like Henry, and I'm not a Paxton guy. I think that legacy start to the season is definitely not going to last as the veteran continues to put on more miles on that arm. I want to buy low on Henry and sell high on Paxton, and this money line tells you everything you need to know. Dodgers minus 130 with their guy on the bump against shitty Tommy Henry and the shitty Snakes. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is probably the best matchup on the board. The D-backs bats against James Paxton because they kill lefties. They don't strike out against lefties. And James Paxton has been, one of the luckiest pitchers in baseball so far this year. And I'm looking to make sure this is still where I saw it earlier. Yeah, I think they're both at 3.5 earned runs. But Paxton being there with his fraudulent sub-3 ERA so far this season is pretty telling, I would say, even in a higher total game. But it's a really good matchup for them. So I think they tap him up, and the Dodgers cannot let him go long in that game. It's going to have to be shoulder on the pen, which has given up quite a few Turks at times too.
Yeah, if you take a gander at Paxton's fantasy score, like chat's talking about right now, you'll see that his fantasy score against the measly Diamondbacks is at 18.5. That is insanely low for a pitcher who has a 2.60 ERA on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Good luck tonight, James Paxton. You are going to get your absolute tits rocked. I mean, There's 10 different signs in this game pointing towards Arizona winning this game. Straight up.
Yeah. They can't sleep on this, too. Cross-country trip from Toronto to Arizona with no off day is pretty big, too.
Yeah, it's not like the Dodgers bullpen has looked elite.
Hasn't looked elite. It's not great. Not that the D-backs is really great either.
No, they're terrible.
They're probably in a little better of a rest spot, I would say. than the Dodgers.
Just because he gets shelled doesn't mean they lose, lol. That is true, but there's definitely a way better chance, my man. Definitely a way better chance. Okay? That might be a 5-unit Mega Max, C. Burnett saying. He's buying in.
There's no way we're using a start against the Nationals as reference.
Yeah, it's a pretty good baseline. They're pretty average.
That's crazy.
Expect the easiest bet of my life this weekend. Under 13.5, first 5 hits. Astros and Rockies in Mexico City had 6 in the bottom of the 5th. I'm assuming that second game went under as well, Javon, yesterday.
I
think that game went under. Chad will confirm here in 3 seconds. I mean, if you bet the unders in that Mexico series, you are rich.
You're in Cabo.
You are counting your guap, Great bets. We were sitting there looking like bozos getting hooked in that first game after the guy fucking missed third base, running around.
Thought we'd get one.
Oh, I forgot about that. Now I'm pissed off again. I forgot about the guy missing the base.
Ratchet hook.
Sure.
Missing the base, even though he actually did miss the base.
So we had that. We had Trent's insane MLB bad beat where they gave up 9 runs in the top of the 9th to cash the over and fuck his under. And then we had, the Preds last night? Those are 3 of the worst bad beats you're going to find in all the land. Holy smokes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Javon, I took Vlad under a run. Haha.
I bet
Dwarf Noah.
I bet.
Not gonna lie,
he does kind of. He picks the right ones.
I thought the same way. Look, I hosted a stream last week, and Dwarf came on. W vibes as always. Love talking to my mans. He said, "You know what? I'm taking this Nolan Jones to not score a run square. I'm looking at the square. It's redded out of shit. I'm like, Dwarf, dude, come on, man. He's scoring a run. That's a nasty square. Nolan Jones didn't sniff home plate, and Dwarf is counting his guap.
Well, for those,
maybe he's onto something.
If you're in cores, that's where Dwarf could print.
That could be.
Because cores, they only have to put up or only can put up like a certain odds shift. Because the top guys are going to be too juicy to put on prize picks. So the weird squares are not as weird in cores. This one is definitely weirder, though. I'll say that.
Can I get a quick 5-second sell job on the Heat? 1 sentence, 1-liner why you like him today for our guys' Stony picks?
Is it expected? Just supposed to make an adjustment? Yes. Short, sweet. Going to work more in transition. Bam's going to feast on the higher pick and roll, and the Celtics are not going to shoot as well as they did. Same reason that the Heat were game 2 to game 3, not making their adjustment. So, yes, it is on Spo to make adjustments, and I know exactly what he's going to do.
Okay. Good. Paxton is going to get moosed as well for the Dodgers. Let's move on to the next play here. Javon, take me to the New York Mets.
The Mets. This is the first fade the Sunday Night Baseball road team on a road trip that we've got this season.
Wow.
Which, even though it's not a very long trip from Boston to New York, it still applies, and just like it did last year. But it's not only the reason, or not the only reason I'm taking it, because the Mets are another one of those teams that are a little better against lefties, but they're pesky and against pitchers that don't really strike out all that much or generate that many whiffs. They've been really good, and they're facing Jameson Taillon today, which is he's gonna allow them to put the ball in play a lot, which is where they're in their best element.
Dead Larry Bird, fuck off, dude.
Just an insane.
Respectfully, dude, you're my guy, but kick rocks for a minute, will you? Kick rocks for a minute.
Sub rumors.
We got sub bangs galore. It better be a 5-piece. And what do you know? Dwarf now coming in with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subbies for the people. Can we get some W's going in chat? If you got subbed up, if you got blessed up from our guy Dwarf Noah, that's my Dwarf.
Goat.
Drop a W in chat, will you? Please. All right. Awesome. Mets. Finish. Sorry, yeah. I could not wait. I should have waited. I couldn't wait.
I felt it coming. But summary, Sunday Night Baseball fade, sure. But Taillon is also not a great match for the Mets. And on the other side, Severino's been really good. And if we're talking about what those teams do that come off of Sunday Night Baseball, a lot of weak contact. And Severino, huge sinker ball pitcher, one of the better ground ball rates in baseball. So I think the Cubs, kind of just like they did when they put the ball in play against Houck yesterday, not very hard contact. So I think it's the Mets. I think Severino pitches a gem today, like he's been doing weirdly all season.
Yep, I agree. This is on my leans list. Almost put it in myself. I like the I'm blanking on the name. I like the Mets today. I do.
There we go.
I don't even care about the system. That's just a bonus.
Yeah, it's just a
bonus pick there. But I like the spot and I like the line and I like Severino as much of a piece of shit as he is. I like the way he's pitching this year. And his last start, he had a no-hitter through 4. Really struggled in the 5th, but overall, I mean, his stuff has looked pretty freaking great. He'll be pitching at home today, right? So I like that. Against the Cubs, who've been red hot. They showed us last night that they might be starting to cool off here a little bit, right? the last 2 games after being on fuego for about a week. I feel good about fading the Cubs, and 20 cents of steam towards the Mets. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, I was kind of
Sign me up.
pissed. I pretty much knew I was going to bet it looking at it last night, and
You should have locked it
I
in.
should have locked it in LCOV, but
Yep.
they're winning anyway.
Okay. All right. W's, chat. Another Trail VIP write-up for Suns and Lakers. Good. Can we pull up that Trent tweet about him bitching about that? I got something to say about that.
Yeah.
We can do that in a minute, though, after we finish up these prospect squares. Trevor Rogers, more than 17.5 pitching outs here, guys. Definitely goes with the Marlins first fivers. I do think Trevor has a pretty solid day here. The Nats, although without Lane Thomas, their offense has looked rejuvenated this series so far. But looking at what Trevor Rogers has up on the board today, I feel confident that he's going to have a pretty successful start. Might end up even getting the win here. And with both of these bullpens, not only Tax, but just Mooshit in general, you're going to see both starting pitchers left out there probably longer than they should be. And a guy like Trevor Rogers today, looking at the prize picks board, I think it'll be a good thing. Jake Irvin, I think it'll be the opposite. I think they're going to leave him out there when they probably shouldn't. He's going to look like he did in his last start, a little too wild, right? He needs to hone it back in here, but they're not even going to be able to pull him out because their bullpen is so Mooshit. What are they going to put in? One of the 2 Barneses. They're going to put them in. Those guys are going to get mooshed. They're going to get rocked if they put in those guys. So it's going to be ugly. I do think Irvin is going to be one of those starts where typically he should be getting yanked early. He's not going to have his best stuff. And Trevor Rogers is going to shine today for the Marlins, get them that win, and we cash our -0.5 first 5 against my Nats. And then I can root for the Nats the final 4 innings to make a little comeback.
Yeah, it's a silver lining there.
That's definitely a plus of the bets. Has nothing to do with why I locked it, but definitely a bonus.
Sure.
Okay. Javon, CJ McCollum, you were talking about this play since you left the crib out last night. CJ to bang 2.5 threes.
Yeah, I mean, you see the chart graphs.
Yeah, I saw the
You
chart.
see the chart. It's like Anthony Edwards, but
I saw the chart. I'm in.
Even worse. But I mean, there's a reason for it because, like, he through the series, since they've had no Zion, obviously, like they're playing him off the pick and roll. He's getting every open shot in the world, and he's just not hitting them. So, like, the volume is there. As corny as I think that saying is, the volume's going to be there. And back against the wall in an elimination game, I think this is a fantastic spot to get there and back him because I think he's going to have every opportunity in the world, not just because of the way the defense has been playing him with that little bullshit drop coverage. It's kind of leaving him open there to shoot, but I think there's going to have to be incredible floor spacing. I would assume that Joe Val is going to play even less minutes now, which they try to like insert him into every game, but he's too big and it doesn't work. So maybe we get Larry Nance off of the jump, which is great for spacing, great for McCollum as a shooter. So I think you're going to see a lot of that today with them trying to avoid getting swept, and trigger finger's going to be quick on CJ with all those open looks.
Okay. Dead Larry Bird, Rempe jersey next.
Rempe is kind of that's a Krabs guy.
Rempe is a better Tom Wilson.
I mean, I don't know about better, but he might be right now, I guess, because Tom Wilson's a fossil. But
yeah, tough year for Tom.
Yeah, I mean,
let's not forget what he did though.
It happens. Yeah, he could be the next one.
He gives me Tom Wilson vibes. I don't know. I mean, I watched him play Game 3 in person. He was laying the absolute law on these guys. I mean, they were scared to be around him.
That's always there for.
I told you the Rangers they capitals the Capitals in that series. Typically, it's the Caps who are fucking throwing bows and playing physical. Tom Wilson's laying the law. It was flipped. They had no fucking chance. Yeah, they were getting bullied.
It's because the Caps suck.
Yeah, but they were in.
Caps should have been playing.
Let me know when your Pittsburgh Penguins are playing in the playoffs.
Let's say your Pittsburgh Penguins. That was just for the bet, Krabs. It's just for the bet. My team's in the playoffs.
Imagine what you could have gotten the Caps at. And it would have hit. Yep.
I would take the Sharks in a 7-game series against the Caps.
I'm not saying they're goods, but all that matters is they made it. And it's very impressive. And people are acting like they ruined their lives having to watch the Caps in that series. Can we give some respect to the Caps?
They were terrible.
For getting there? That's impressive to get there with that team.
It is. And it's
impressive to get there with that
team.
They
beat the odds. So, I mean, I gotta give them the respect for that. But they're a terrible team.
It could be worse. Richie Parlay, you're right. At least I still have a team. You didn't just lose your Coyotes, I guess. Huh. Okay. Any other prize pick squares we got? I believe we got 2 more. 1 each. Let me talk about Joe Boyle here, guys. This is a Javon assist square as well, although it's, take a look at it. It's definitely crappy. Joe Boyle, he's been walking people left and right. Not the biggest name guy. This is not Garrett Cole making a start for Oakland. Not really a sleeper that you have to worry about getting, traded. But Joe Boyle's been new shit this year. Joe Boyle walks everybody. He's playing against the Pittsburgh Pirates team that walks a ton. They're very patient. I am very confused as to why this square is on the board. This square could not make less sense. This square looks like the freest more than on the MLB slate today. And for that reason, I'll be taking the less than. He's not walking 3 people. He'll probably end up walking 2 in the first inning and none the rest of the game. Joe Boyle, they know something about him. He's filling up the zone. Maybe the Pirates, who have been struggling offensively, get a little trigger happy today with shitty Boyle on the bump. They're not as patient as they typically are. I like Boyle to go less than his 2.5 walks today. I think he absolutely fills up the zone.
Yeah, the square is crazy, especially considering the Pirates. I mean, they walk a shit ton. So the fact the square is up feels pretty telling, especially, Joe Boyle, it's much worse offenses, much less patient offenses, hasn't been able to find the zone.
Yep.
Just might today.
Tell me about Vladdy and why he's scoring today. Sorry, Dwarf.
Yeah, another look at the chart one. And to be honest, I don't really love the Blue Jays in this game. This is probably, from a game level, the one that I would least love to bet on the board. But Boland's pitching today, making his debut as a starter for the Royals. And I think he can be pretty decent overall. But the one problem with him is his fastball, from everything I've read, is extremely flat. And that's the pitch he relies on, overly. So the one problem with Vladdy is he rolls over pretty much everything. And everything's just soft contact. But a couple of guys that he's faced so far this season that have a super flat fastball that can't really locate it to the corners of the zone, it's where he's hit his hardest baseballs. So I think that's going to come today. I think the Blue Jays get a couple off of him. And the fact that this is up, of course, fully redded out chart. He's the juiciest other than, I think, Springer, who's leading off, so it doesn't really count in the game. For the Jays is pretty telling to me because that's not – last couple of weeks that hasn't usually been the case. So I'm riding with this from Vladdy today.
Okay. Vladdy to cross home plate, do something for once, be useful. I'm in. Just look at that square, chat. Yanks in that system plays. God damn it, Larry Bird.
Come in on the Yanks.
God damn it, Larry Bird. I do like the Yankees today. I do lean that way.
Think Judge ain't nuking again when you got the jersey on?
Yeah, we got to talk about game plan for that because if I do bet on them, they probably will lose since I'm wearing the jersey. But if I don't bet on them, let you guys splooge on the Yankees.
Yeah, maybe just let us have the fun.
That's probably the win-win. And I just sit here with my fucking dick in my hand with no coins. Is that how this has to play out? I'm just going to take one for the team here?
Yeah, you might have to.
Shit. Look at those pinstripes. I'm not a fucking puppy, dude. Okay, yeah, I'm wearing the jersey. We got 20 more minutes left of me in this thing, and then I'm ripping it off my body, the buttons and all. Okay? Goodness gracious. Actually, I did promise my buddy I'd give it to him, so I can't ruin it. Although I kind of want to now. I kind of want to rip it in half. All right. We did the prize pick squares. We did the sharp reports. I'm really liking these straight bets we got for you guys, so stay tapped. We will post this after BTL today. And don't forget, we got the surge starting up right after this. Trent is back. Okay? You don't want to miss it. Please stick around, pitch him a play if you have one. Lord knows he needs a winner. Okay? Real quick. Max, see, the chirps are good, so I can't even get upset. Krabs, you been working out, or are those pinstripes making you look slim? I don't know if you guys knew this, but they put these pinstripes on the jerseys to make Babe Ruth look less fat back in the day. Pinstripes are very slimming. They are. I will say maybe that's one of the pros of this Yankees jersey. But, yeah, it was literally to make Babe Ruth look less like a fat ass back in the day. Isn't that crazy?
People sleep.
Unbelievable. All right. I've got one quick comment about this tweet and just about this account in general. Know nothing about the account, not supporting the account. I want nothing to do with this. I got a comment, though. I've never really read these sell jobs. I've never really spent the time because personally I think it's, a scam and it's just an absolute waste of coins, and buying picks is pretty much like paying juice for laying your bets. It's like every bet is 20 cents juicier because you bought picks and paid for them, so they better hit. Just reading these fucking plays, man, make me sick. And this guy's been going viral because he's exposing these people, whatever. I'm not getting involved in that, but reading these sell jobs, are you guys buying these picks? Please don't tell me you're buying these picks. Does anybody in here buy picks? Do I need to have a talk with you and tell you why that's probably not the move? There are so many minuses. The main reason here I wanted to point out is just how shitty of a sell job you're getting, and you're paying money for it, and it's not even like it has any sort of, outcome or effects or impact on the actual bet of the game. You're just buying a pick from someone else that's probably going to lose. Guys, do not buy these picks. Do not ever buy picks. You know where to come to get the free picks. All right? This shit just pisses me off, and it makes me sad and concerned that there are people out there spending money on these guys' picks, or else they wouldn't be doing it. I'd like to have a talk with those people because I think I could change their mindset. That is just sad. It really is.
Well, the sell jobs have now turned into like them chirping the people that are leaking their picks.
Yes, which is hysterical. And that is something they would do instead of actually beefing up the fucking write-up and giving you guys some context, which still have never seen any sort of context or a decent write-up from these guys. Let's just bitch about it and complain. Poor me, poor me. Buddy, you're doing a 5-minute write-up that makes no sense. Storylines of the game, recaps of the past games that have nothing to do with anything going on tonight. It's a waste.
Crazy part is like, I mean, what was this? This was a 30 play the year on the Orioles and Suns, dude. I mean, Orioles massive favorite to get the A's, such a pay right, but the Suns, like these are like Trent.
They're the worst.
I would rather pay for Trent's Fugazi 5. Like
you'd rather pay Trent's
Shitstake.com, $2,000.
Shitstake, yeah. I mean,
you'd rather buy Trent's bets than pay for these fucking scumbags picks.
I mean, if I saw like this without the name, let's just cut out the entire top. We see Trent 30U play of the year. I wouldn't even believe it because I would think that is so incredibly square and a shit bet from Trent, which is saying a lot.
That's how you know it's a shit bet.
That's literally
Blue Jay taking a bath in the backyard, folks.
No way.
That is literally a Blue Jay in the jacuzzi.
Oh my God, it's Vlad.
The Blue Jays are getting
There's a system play. We will be nuking the Blue Jays today.
No way we got
Vladdy
Vladdy
fantasy score is a whale. We'll be fucking seeing.
Chat, to round this up before we get to the MLB sharp reports or MLB cheat sheets and going over those plays, I'm never going to sell you guys picks. I'm never going to make you buy shit like that. You know why? Because that's not what this is about. Okay, this is about us coming together, finding winners. All right, finding gobs. You don't need to go out and buy picks from a dude you don't know. You don't know what he looks like. You don't know what he's doing. He's fucking scamming you, bro. You don't do that. Okay, I'll never ever sell my picks ever. You never have to worry about that. It's never going to happen. I don't believe in it. It's bullshit. Okay? I think it's the easy way out. You should not buy these picks. Just read the sell jobs. You'll see how shitty they are, and then come on back. All right? Javon, real quick, can you give us a Spark Notes
speed run,
cheat sheet, whatever you haven't touched on yet? You probably already did for most with some of these games, but fill us in, will you?
Home run guys can speed through those. Griffin Koenig, potential Turk today from a couple of the Phillies hitters. Been targeting him for hard contact and home runs all season. Tommy Henry, even though we like him, he's probably in a pretty tough spot. He'll give up a couple to the Dodgers. BVP, if we're talking D-backs, the guy that I really like is Lourdes Gurriel. One of the prime reasons why the D-backs are so good against lefties. Mountcastle's on a fucking tear, so you won't hear a word other than backing him for me since he's been back. Other than that, we can probably skip through a couple of these guys and go down to the Splittersons. I talked about the D-backs enough. Great against lefties, don't strike out. Terrible matchup for Paxton. Same, I talked about the Mets. Don't really strike out. They put the ball in play a lot, so that's really good for them against Tyone. Padres have been terrible against lefties for the most part. They don't strike out all that much, but I could see a lot of soft contact against Lodolo. I think he's going to have a pretty good start. That's probably the Spark Notes.
Okay. Lodolo, good start tonight, huh?
I do like Lodolo good starts.
Okay.
He's been himothy.
Well, let's look at some of these MLB games. We could start with that Lodolo game. Looks like they've gotten about 10 cents of steam on the road against the Padres. Two teams who I can point out right now off the top of my head who are getting line respect. They shouldn't be getting line respect, and they are not respecting coins or coming through for the sharp bettors. The Padres, hate to say it because I said before the year I believe in them. I think they could actually surprise some people and not be no shit this year after losing Soto. Maybe they rally around and do something for once. They're ass cheeks, and they're getting crazy line respect from the books still. I'm out. And then the Angels, too. Riddle me how the Angels are getting all this line respect. Even look at what the line is today against Philly, one of the hottest offenses in baseball, one of the hottest teams in baseball right now. They're almost 10 games over 500. They will be after today. Once again, an opener of 135 for Philly. against Griffin Canning and his 7.5 ERA and the 10-18 Angels? Who is setting these lines? I want to have a convo. It makes no fucking sense. I don't get it. The Angels, once again, they look sharp. I think it's bait. I'm not betting them. I am out on betting the Padres and the Angels right now. They are not coming through at all.
Sure.
You agree? Are there any other teams that need to be thrown into that ring?
I mean, maybe after today we can talk about the Marlins.
Yep. Because that series, them being a favorite in every game, makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
Negative sense. Okay. Fading crabs on the ice, Prince Green. That is not true, Tails.
It's actually so not
That
true,
doesn't
which
make
is
any sense.
crazy. Because Krabs has been so dialed on the ice, people forget.
I'm probably the best hockey bettor on earth. I'm not talking about it. It's not my
Sneakily.
sport. I don't want to be that guy. I might have to go back after that comment and fucking crunch the numbers because that's just disrespect for no reason.
Yeah.
That under last night was a whale.
What
Sharp
the
as maw. He spawns.
Most common last leg of the Chile of all time.
Yeah. I did not know that the Chellords had that over in before I locked it on. I want that on record.
Yeah.
Okay. But that was the freest bet on earth, that under. Holy smokes. I've never seen teams pepper the net more and not find the back of it in my entire life. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Because you got the action of the game. You got the hits. You got the plays. You got the shots. And then no results. Your bet hits. That was best of both worlds.
Literally, greatest bet of all time.
That was
people
awesome.
are saying.
Yeah. Goots, don't stress about that screen, man.
Yeah, just leave it.
I wish you
We'll be
guys
all
could
right.
see Goots right now grinding. He's fucking trying to get this TV working, get the comments back, and he's sweating right now. He's sweating.
nice.
We need to put an Ethernet cord on that TV is what we need.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
We can run through the slate. We're good, though. We'll figure it out.
No stress, Nick. We're good.
It's just trying to load.
We got about 10 minutes left here, guys. We do have Trent back for the surge stream. You guys better all fucking be there, ready, early, okay? Pitch him a play today, will you? He needs it. We need it. I want to hear the sell jobs. All right, bring your A game. Javon, using that cheat sheet, you just kind of went over there. Any other games or plays you want to talk about, or can I just take you through a couple that I'm liking?
You can lead the way, for
Okay.
sure.
What are we doing about the Yankees today? I will take one for the team. I will not bet them because if I do in this jersey, we know what will happen. I do like the Yankees in that spot today. I hate the Yankees in general, but in the spot, I like them. I do think they win.
You know how I feel about Greyrod, one of the sneakiest Turks in all the land.
Down to
People don't
plus
talk about it.
100.
People don't talk about it because he throws. I mean, he strikes the world out, especially shitty teams. But he gives up a lot of hard hits, and if he doesn't fill up the strike zone against patient teams, he's screwed. And that's what the Yankees are today.
Yep.
And I fear that Judge has started to get hot. The whole offense the last couple of days put up a ridiculous amount of runs. As he goes, they go. So if we're running into that little stretch of games, I don't want to get in front of the Yankees right now.
Yep. And I do like the over, guys. I do like the over in that game. But like I said, in the past week or so, until I start seeing a couple more overs smacking, going through the hoop, I need to see it with my own eyeballs. I'm still trying to avoid these overs in the MLB. Now, we did see some runs yesterday, and wouldn't it be a perfect time for Rob Manfred's and those MLB Geese balls to unwrap those juice baseballs out of those fucking humidors? Wouldn't that be the perfect time when they're playing that Mexico series, when there's plenty of runs there? That'd be a perfect way to sneak in those juice baseballs right away, maybe get the runs flowing, maybe get the home runs back. Wouldn't be shocked if we see a lot more runs this week in MLB. We saw them yesterday. Let's see how today's games play out.
Yeah.
Let's see how they play out because they might be back in play here, folks. I would not be shocked. That's a Manfred special right there. And I'm on to him, by the way.
You're so on to him.
I know all his tricks.
So
I'm not falling for his bullshit. If I drop off the face of the earth, guys, it's probably Rob Manfred.
Yeah.
You got me on the conspiracy, okay? I want you guys to know that. What about runs in the game? Yeah, like the over, 100%. If Krabs fades the Yankees today, they win. Please do it. Do us all a favor. Guys, I'm not going to be the guy to place a wager for you to hit a bet. Now, I will stay off, but I'm not wasting 250 bones a unit on fading the Yankees, although wouldn't mind fading the Yankees, but I think that's a rat shit wager. I'm not doing it. The units are too big for that. Can't.
There we go.
Now it's down to plus 115. Yep, that series has my brain in a fucking Wetzel pretzel is what that is. Maybe we keep that game out of the squad ride vote.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably.
We went over a lot of these games. Any thoughts on your Rays today?
I would fade them. The only reason why it's not on the sharp report is because a little unsure of what we're getting from the Brewers because Bryce Wilson is going to pitch well, but he's probably only going to pitch like 4-ish innings. So if I had a clearer picture of what the pen was going to look like after that, I would certainly get involved. But I don't like fading Pepio because I love Pepio and he's been great. But I would probably do it today.
Okay. All right. What about Atlanta, Seattle? Max Fried on the bump against Miller. Looks like Seattle's getting about 20 cents of steam. Totals dropped from 7.5 to 7.
Bryce Miller's been good.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that game?
Bryce Miller's been kind of good. And I would like to back him here against the Braves. Weird first game of the series. They're going cross country, obviously. But Bryce Miller's been one of the sneaky arms in that rotation. I guess right now everybody's talking about Logan Gilbert, but Bryce has been fantastic. And he last season had a little bit of a problem with lefties that's subsided a little bit. So you get a little less scared of Metals and Michael Harris, Ozzy Albies, those guys. But I think he has a pretty solid start. 7 total would definitely tell you that too. Definitely a reflection of how good he's been this year. And Mariners are kind of sneaky against lefties. They strike out a lot, but the power's there. And if Fried's leaving a couple over the plate like he's done on the road a couple times, sneak turkeys. They're kind of like the Mariners.
2 words. Darks. Okay. Chat, this is unbelievable. We got Dwarf Noah coming in, dropping 20 sub whales.
Wow.
I see 5. I see 10. I see 15. Somebody here 20? I did. 20 piece.
Dwarf.
Hold the fry from our guy Dwarf Noah. Let's fucking go, boys.
Love that from Dwarf.
Noah, dude, you are goats. You must have had a good weekend, my man. Holy smokes.
Must be swimming in coin.
Hype train level 4, folks. We got I Burn and Breaks coming in resubbing. That's my fucking goat. W's. We got Prendy coming in resubbing as well. Krob coming in. You're resubbing 9 minutes ago for 4 months. Newbie. Love that. W's. It looks like the gentlemen are up and moving today.
They're active. That's what we needed.
They're active. They're keeping the vibes up. All right. That's exactly what I need, guys, to get through this fucking stream wearing this moose shit jersey. Okay. Oh, it just doesn't feel right. Noah might be a sneak millionaire, folks. He be dropping those subbies left and right for the people. Noah, you are a goat. Okay, we got Brock D coming in resubbing. WBTL, 17 months of coin. Let's go, Brock D. You are my goat, my man. I really appreciate you. You're always in here every day. W attendance record. All right. Yeah, we talked about every MLB game here that we need to at least. Javon, I think it's about that time we craft up a squad ride.
About that time.
Goots, run that shit. All right, chat. Here we go. Squad ride. We need one today like air. Maybe we leave the Nats game out of this puppy since that series stinks. What do you want to do about the Yankees game? Just getting out ahead of this right now. Let's talk through it.
I think we leave it off.
Okay.
No involvement.
We got Picket Putts coming in resub and giving out 5 sub whales to the people. Hype train level 5 has been activated. My lucky number 5. Fuck yeah, chat. Let's go.
Go.
W's. You guys are dialed today. Picket Putts. You're a beast. Let me know what you're sweating. All right. 5 units. Those don't grow on trees. Appreciate the subbies. You're a stud. All right. Chat, we got to lock in here. A couple plays that I know we have to put on this card. I feel like we have to put the Stars on. I feel like we have to put the Mets on. And I feel like we have to put the Diamondbacks on.
Yes. In on that.
Stars, Mets, Diamondbacks.
In on that, Grubs.
Okay.
Could be in your duff with those.
2 words locked. Stars ML, Diamondbacks, and Mets. What else? What else, chat? What are you guys loving today? Let me know. Don't be quiet, all right?
How you feel about that Tigers under?
I don't love it.
Don't love it?
Full transparency,
We can
don't
keep
love
it
it.
off. We can keep it off.
No, I don't hate it.
We can keep it off.
I also wouldn't mind going a 3-piece with these plays.
3-piece could be a difference.
So keep that in mind. Scrolling through the rest of the card today. Now the Heat on there, I wouldn't hate.
The Heat. Certainly campaign for the Heat.
I would not hate the Heat. Let's put the Heat on there.
Put the Heat on.
Let's put the Heat on there. Why not? Nobody believes. We talked about them enough today. We believe. Let's put them on there. Plus 10.5.
Yep.
Chat, you guys got a play for us that you love? Anything you guys heard us talk about today that you are trying to lock in? Any plays you want us to put in the squad ride vote? Let us know now. Last call.
Last call.
Okay. Thoughts on Pelicans OKC series? Kind of wanted to take the Pelicans, but thought that was some respect on the line for OKC, although they are up 3-0 and they've been dominating. I did think that was a little respect, and I thought we'd see, you know, maybe the Pelicans at a pick 'em, or the Pelicans, you know, maybe even a favorite like the new shit Suns were last night in the same spots. I don't know. That line kind of makes me want to stay off.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of good there.
Okay. What about Lakers and Denver?
Just have zero desire to get involved in that game, to be honest with you.
Gates, you got a POD?
No, my only PAs are always the Orioles, but I don't like them that.
Wow. That's the first time we've ever heard on stream Goot say he does not like the Orioles today. Somebody fucking write that down. They pissed you off yesterday?
You just saw Vladdy watching the Moose piss off in the bird bath. It's the Jays.
Unbelievable. It might have to be the Jays.
I don't want the Jays, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
That could be air.
Why don't we just do these 4 plays? Not 4.
I'm down with these 4.
You cool with that?
Yep.
Chat, 4 plays, 4 winners. Lock the fuck in. We still need to talk through and see if we want to let you guys use channel points to put in more votes. Javon, remind me. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we do.
We need to come to a consensus votes. All right. And you need 2 votes for a change here with the BTL squad. We're going to see where those votes reside after the show today. 4 plays, 4 winners. Stars ML, Mets ML, Diamondbacks ML, and the Heat plus 10.5, chat. Lock in. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. 4 plays, 4 winners. We got some plays on the ice. Stars ML. Got a play in the association. Heat plus 10.5. 2 plays on the diamond for you. All right. Mets ML and the Snakes on the ML. Lock in your picks. Go, 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 go. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. We are running out of time here, folks. Lock in. All right. Stick around for the surge stream. We do have Trent back. Huge. All right. Curious to see what he's sweating today. Had the worst beat on earth when he was down there in Belize with that under. I think he's going to bring some energy today and bounce back with some winners. All right.
Chat, you should parlay all of these.
Yep, Trent said he hates all these.
Oh,
I did hear
yeah.
Trent has a 25U prize picks entry today.
Yeah, shout out Trent for hitting a 10K entry yesterday, boots on grounds. W's, nobody's talking about it.
Shout out Steert.
Got to tip your cap there.
Got to tip your cap. He's got 25Us on an entry today. What's his card, man? I didn't hear the full yap. I only heard part of it.
Well, we'll tune in to the surge stream. I'm sure he will talk about that 25U entry. Sure, it's probably all he's going to be talking about today.
Sure he will.
Yep. All right. Might have to tail for the vibes, but that might just be losing coins. We'll see. Chat, lock in. Who's it going to be? What do we got, Goots?
Late Steve the Heat.
Don't let the Heat get hot.
D-back's still in the lead.
Intern Rav, we got a Heat report?
Not taking Heat.
No Heat today?
No Heat.
Okay.
Might be air.
Shit. Might be air, folks. Lock it in. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to vote for it anyways to win.
It's going to be the Snakes.
Yeah, it's going to be Snakes.
You know, I kind of want it to be the Snakes. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Who do we got, Goots? I feel like I'm watching on a potato here with the
D-backs.
with the poll. D-backs?
D-backs.
Let's go, chat.
Tommy
Snakes ML. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I voted for. That's what I wanted. All right. I'll meet you at the counter. Arizona Diamondbacks on the ML. Surely the Dodgers minus 130 pays. Surely it's just that easy, right? That's why Vegas looks like it does. I fucking bet. Chat, we'll meet you guys at the counter. We got Arizona on the ML at plus chick, just how we like it. Lock that shit in and stick around for the search stream. All right. I got to get this jersey off my person. All right. It's been a ride. You will never see me in pinstripes ever again, let alone an Aaron Judge jersey. We'll catch you guys tomorrow down here in Dallas in person, boots on grounds, same time, same place. We'll be seeing.